Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing with you my thoughts and theories on what a potential Before the Storm sequel could be. Now, this was a request by one of my commenters. Don't know if she's a subscriber or not, but she's called Emma Elizabeth, so just want to give a shout out to her. This theory video was asked by her, and now I'm going to make it. Plus, it also seems appropriate, given that right now it's February 5th. At least it is for me. It's Friday, February 5th. I don't know if it's the 6th or 4th. And we are possibly getting the reveal of Life is Strange 3 very soon. Because, as you all, I don't know if all of you remember, but apparently there was a leak that we are going to be getting the reveal of the next Life is Strange not only on February 6th, but it's also going to be developed by Deck 9. And Deck 9 were the people that made Before the Storm, so I thought this video would be appropriate to make today. As well as, like, I was asked if I would make it, and I did. So, if any of you have any ideas for theory videos that you want me to make or discuss, leave a comment below. Or better yet, why don't you send me an email, and the email address you can use is TotalGamerJunkie@gmail.com. Now, I haven't really used that email. It's only like just for if I gotta check if YouTube has to notify me if there's a copyright strike or anything else like that. Just like this tells me about ad revenue and my statistics. But I figured if any of you want to leave a comment on there, if any of you want to email me, if you can't contact me through the comment section, because I have been going through the comment section recently. I have been just trying to respond to a lot of you as best I can, because I haven't been doing that in a while, and I do want to be one of those YouTubers who's active with his channel, like with his subscribers, with all of you people. Even if you're just a casual viewer and not a subscriber, I do want to take the time to answer your comments. So anyways, let's get started. Now, the first thing I want for a Life is Strange Before the Storm sequel is the timeline to be placed 1 year after Before the Storm. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Life is Strange Before the Storm takes place 3 years before Life is Strange, and I think it would be great if you have like each game take place a year later. So because Chloe's 19 in Life is Strange 1, and in Before the Storm she's 16. So then you have Before the Storm 2 where she's 17, and Before the Storm 3 she can be 18. And then at the end of Before the Storm 3, you could have you could do a time skip up to when Rachel is disappearing. It has disappeared, and we could probably see Chloe handing out flyers or asking around if people have seen Rachel Amber. Because they do kind of do that at the end of Before the Storm Episode 3, where we can see that Chloe is trying to call Rachel in the dark room, which technically is an error. It's an inconsistency, as Max in Episode 5, when she got her phone. Episode 5 and 4, you find out that there's no reception in the dark room, in the underground bunker at Prescott Farm, so no calls could go out and no calls could come through, basically. The next thing on this list of things I want in a Before the Storm sequel is a proper importing system. Now, in Life is Strange 2, we get the option, it comes up and it says, have you played Life is Strange 1, Season 1? And if you say yes, then you'll be asked, what ending did you get? And you choose between Sacrifice Arcadia Bay or Sacrifice Chloe. And it doesn't really let us import our save, because Life is Strange 2 is completely new cast of characters, well, with David being the exception. He's a returning character, which I did quite like his role, seeing him return. And a lot of people, even though they, because some people say Life is Strange 1 is better than Life is Strange 2, or Life is Strange 2 is better than 1, but I found out that a lot of people, even the people that don't like David, they enjoyed seeing him in Life is Strange 2 Episode 5 because they actually find out a bit about the lore involving Max and Chloe, because you can find a photo of Max and Chloe in his trailer. If Chloe was killed by Nathan Prescott, you can see David talking to Joyce on the phone about Nathan, and so it was really quite interesting. But it wasn't a proper importation system, which I guess I can forgive, because if you're focusing on this new area, then you have this new bunch of characters, so it seems kind of useless. But with Before the Storm 2, I think it would be great, because at the end of Before the Storm, you can tell Rachel the truth or hide it to protect her. And it really, if you tell her the truth, you can see how it completely shatters her family. And I think that would be pretty cool, having this next game, we see, depending on whether or not you actually told Rachel the truth or not, we could see how this has affected her family, and even the minor choices as well. Like Skip, for example. I don't know if any of you remember him, but Skip was this guy, and he was kind of into this. He was kind of like, he wasn't in a rock band, but he was practicing. He wanted to be in a band. So I think it'd be pretty interesting to see what your choices lead to with him, like, because he can end up quitting his job or not, depending on your choices. And there's also Nathan Prescott and Samantha Myers. And now I don't know if any of you remember her, but in Before the Storm, there's this girl called Samantha, and she likes Nathan. And depending on your choices, because there's actually this one scenario where Nathan, in his anger, can actually break a few of Samantha's ribs, and I gotta say it was pretty shocking to find this out in episode 3. But and then you can find Sean Prescott, because you can overhear this in the hospital, and he's threatening to sue the family if they if they keep pressing charges against Nathan, because Sean Prescott, I've been over this, all he cares about is image, his reputation. He doesn't really give a shit about Nathan. But it'd be pretty interesting to see what happened to Samantha Myers. Depending on your choices, maybe she and Nathan ended up in a relationship together. Maybe they never spoke to each other again. I don't know, we'd have to see. But I think that's why I think it'd be good to have an importing system in the game, so all these minor or major choices can have an actual impact. Next thing I would like to see in Before the Storm is kind of like an epilogue episode. Now, I know what you're thinking, an epilogue episode, why not more episodes? So, think about it. Before the Storm had 3 episodes, and plus you got the farewell episode. But if Before the Storm 2 and 3 ever did happen, I think it'd be neat if they just had 3 episodes. That way, altogether, Before the Storm 1, 2, and 3 would have 9 episodes. And 9 is the Chinese symbol of completion, I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese symbol of completion. But yeah, I think that'd be okay with me, because a lot of things do end in 9, so I don't know, it's like if you go back and you look at seasons of TV shows and movies, 9 seems to be the number that these shows often stop at. But a bonus episode isn't really technically an episode. Like, I really did enjoy the farewell episode in Before the Storm, and I think maybe if we had something like that at the end of Before the Storm 2, like, maybe we get a bunch of these little mini episodes and we get to explore the lives of, say, Victoria Chase, Nathan Prescott, we get a look at their perspective of things, and this could really change the outlook on how we look at these characters, and we could see what they were doing at certain places and at certain times in the story. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap this video up here with the last thing that I want to see, and that is playing as Rachel Amber. Now, we don't really get much information about how Rachel meets up with Frank, how they ended up together. There's how Nathan ended up drugging her and bringing her to the dark room. There's really a lot of things that are left out, and really the stuff is left for us to interpret, like use our imaginations on how certain things played out. So I think it would be pretty cool if DLC we play as Rachel Amber and we see what's happening, or if Before the Storm 2 or Before the Storm 3 did what Dotnoy did with Tell Me Why, where you play as two characters and you end up switching back and forth between them. I mean, it's not entirely impossible. I mean, I think it was done pretty. I think Dotnoy did a pretty good job with Tell Me Why. So Deck 9 could possibly do the same thing, or maybe Rachel could even have her own DLC, her own spin-off game. Like, the point is, I really do want to know more about why Rachel Amber, or well, not why, how Rachel Amber became the person that she is in Life is Strange 1, as opposed to the person she is in Before the Storm, because she's not really, like, she's kind of like what we've heard of in Life is Strange 1, but as I said, but as I've said before, the story sometimes kind of contradicts itself, but that's okay, because, you know, this was 3 years prior, so she's not really the same, she's not exactly the same Rachel Amber that is from Life is Strange. You know, she hasn't gotten to that point in her life. So anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. This is and if you have any theory videos you want me to talk about, if you have any ideas you think would make good videos, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to leave me an email, it's to say hi, or if you just have any theory videos, you know, just want to talk, or just have any information for Life is Strange that you think I should know about, send it to my email at TotalGamerJunkie@gmail.com. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.